You can tell us, obviously, Fernandez, lots of links.
I've got no transfer updates, so that's no. If we get something that we can tell you about, we will, but I've got no news now.
Just a word about your strikers. There's a lot of chat at the moment with Harry Kane being injured, about Mason Greenwood. Obviously, he's emerged under yourself, about potentially England and Euros. Do you take any notice of that, or do you have to try and talk to young players like Mason when he'll be hearing things like that? And do you think there is potential in that kind of line?
Well, I think Mason will have a top career and a long career. Let the boy settle in now first before we talk about England and Euros, because his focus has to just be on playing more for us, improving, and when he plays well for us, that'll happen by itself. So no, I don't think Mason will have noticed. He's just been picked for the under-21s now lately, so I think he's just focusing on his football.
But in terms of the strikers, I mean, he's having a great season. Martial and Rashford having the best season scoring-wise that they've ever had. How much satisfaction are you getting from what they're doing, and are you getting enough credit for the fact that you're getting more out of them?
Well, I'm not one to get. I don't want credit for getting more out of them. They're working hard to improve their game. I think they've all done well. Of course, Mason's in his first season, so to have 9 goals in, I don't think he's got 20 appearances yet, so that's fantastic. Marcus really growing, improving all the time, and Anthony, he's missed about 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm impressed by them. They were working well. We're working on the finishing patterns. We want the consistency, and I think we'll see more and more of them, because they're still very, very young.
Injury-wise, does Eric Bailly come back into the reckoning, or is that too early?
He's very close. He might be back for the weekend. We've got a game arranged today with the reserves, so he'll play that one. Hopefully get 90 minutes, because he didn't feel any after effects of the game on Friday, so he might be ready for Liverpool.
And Ashley Young, does he suddenly come back into the reckoning too?
He's not going to be involved, no.
And Wolverhampton Wanderers, how did you go about beating them?
We've played them so many times now, so of course we're going to be facing a team that know more or less everything about us, and we'll know more or less everything about them. We've got them in a couple of weeks again in the league, so we know we played a decent first half last week. Was it last week? Last time we played them. Second half was a bit disappointing. So, but at home we want to make sure that we go through. I'm sure Nuno wants to go through as well, because this tournament is one that we all dream about winning when we're young. I've loved my time in the finals and lifting the trophy, so we want to go through.
You said after that first game that your team was a little bit tired. You've played, this will be your 3rd game in like a little more than a week since then. How do you re-energise your team?
You know, results, they do give you energy. You know, for me, I'm fine. I only have to see you before the game and after the game. So I do 6 press conferences every week when we got all these games. Just counting, we had, I think it's our 14th game in 45 days. We've still got 5 or 6 games before the winter break. So it's relentless. It's 18 games in less than 60 days for the players, which is physically demanding, mentally demanding. So we've just got to make sure we energise them. One with results like Norwich and performance. I think they all felt good about that one. When you got some bad results, we need to mentally work with them to use it as a motivation, as in, okay, we're not there yet, we need to keep working and improving. So just keep the rhythm. I remember I didn't play all these games, but when I was playing, I felt that us as a team, we improved when we got the rhythm of match, rest, match, rest, match, rest. The physical thing I never got, because I never played, but there were players like Roy, Scholes, Gary, Giggsy, they played all of them, and they only seem to improve, so that's what we've got to get to as well.
Just in terms of Manchester United as a football club, the Deloitte report, people make a big thing of it, I don't know whether they do internally here, But it says in there that Manchester United is at risk of not being the richest English club, which has never happened before. Is that a symptom of poor on-pitch performances, or is it a wider issue?
Well, I think for me, the most important thing for me is that we get the results sorted, that we get the performances on the pitch. That's my focus. It's got to be my focus. And but I know that we've got the resources. We've got the backing if we need to go into the transfer market, for example. So we are still up there, aren't we? So we're still in a good place.
Okay.